All right. What is going on, everybody? JT here with you in the studio. Hope everybody's having a good day today. It is Studio 10-4 Live, the weekly update, and it is May the 13th, 2026. Man, it's like every time I look down at the calendar, and it just keeps flying on by. So hope we got everybody in tow with us. I can see everybody in the green room waiting to get in. You guys give me a thumbs up if you got audio. You guys can hear me. There we go. Oscar, yep. Dan, how about you, Tim? You got me on there, buddy? Maybe not. We'll see. Up there he is. All right. Tim's driving. He's doing the Daredevil mode here today. So anyway, listen, we got a great show lined up for you guys. It is our show recap and wrap of Truckin For Kids 2026. We've got Oscar Velasquez, of course, on the show today with us. Going to talk about his one and only run of the Truckin For Kids show this year, unfortunately, but man, what a run it was. And we got pictures and video to share with you guys to show you what happened out there, and Oscar to give us the narrative of what it was like for him inside the cab when all of a sudden his truck started throwing things at him from inside the cab. Yeah, right. And we got Tim Siebes, our pilot for our Saturday night drone footage that we shot down there, and Dan and Shan are coming to you from their place there in parts unknown. We can't give it away. It's a secret. It's a camp, very elusive, but nobody's supposed to know where it's at. In fact, I don't even know where it's at. I'm hoping that their stuff's working because they keep jumping around in my screen. So I'm hoping that they've got a good internet connection. If not, they might have to move inside, but we'll see. So April, hi, April. Good to have you on the show. Listen, I don't know where all y'all are at, but I'd love it if you guys share with me today. Tell me where you're at, where you're watching from. Share with us a little bit about where and who and what you are. Things going on up here in my world, man. Right now, it's like the perfect days right now. Don't have to use heat at night. Don't have to use air conditioning during the day. The only battles I got going on is me and the spring release of all the different critters that are coming around, like earwigs. Anybody's got like a cure for getting rid of those nasty buggers, let me know, because oh man, it's on. I'm at war with these things. Last night I was sitting there watching them kind of show up just here and there, and then I'd go after them. I use the vacuum. I go after them with the vacuum and suck them up and get rid of them. But man, I need to put something out there so they just don't even want to come around here, you know? So anybody out there got something, let me know. Looks like Dan and Shan are shuffling to get something going on over there and work out their bugs, because they've got some over there. Like I said, I keep seeing the screen jump around a little bit, but I hope you guys caught the morning drive. If you didn't, go for the playback. We had a good time. We have a good time on that show. And the guys that are with me, Brandon Carpenter and Matt Carey, do a real good job of kind of bringing it into a full circle kind of realm. We lost Tim, and we cover a lot of different things. Tim's back. We cover a lot of different things throughout the show. Not only are we talking about, of course, trucking, but whatever kind of, piques our interest and what we feel like kind of sharing with folks. And we got into the local politics this morning up in Ashland, Ohio, not Oregon. And we also talked about a few kind of national things as well. But we also covered, of course, Brandon's election to the representation of county commissioner for Ashland, Ohio. So congratulations to Brandon on that. I'm going to bring Dan in. It looks like they got their thing stabilized. So let's see what the Dan and Shan show are up to. Hi, guys.
Could be.
We'll
Usually
see,
we have a little post-production and we check everything, and you just like started the music. We're like, okay.
Well, we had a phone call for 15 minutes before the show. I thought we were good.
Well, we have 3 or 4 different internet connections, and the first ones were not working too well. So
They weren't.
hotspotting on the phone, that seems to be working good since we're sitting outside.
Okay, you guys are good.
All good on your end?
All good, looking good now. You sounding good too. Got the TFK brand in full rep going on over there. Yes, indeed. Look at that, man. And the pink TFK hat.
He had those made.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool effect. You're looking good, Shannon. Well, hi guys, nice to see you. You know, I mean,
in a while.
Even though we were just at a show together, we really weren't together because you guys are like over here and I'm over there, and we kind of go like that.
Or we're like this everywhere.
Yeah, I beg
to differ.
We're here and there and over there and over back. And we don't know where you are.
Sometimes I don't either, but I try to get it worked out. We lost Tim again. Maybe he had to blank out. There was a Nevada DOT following him or something, but who knows? I don't know. Yeah, there he is. He's back. So, congrats on TFK, Truckin For Kids 2026 in the books, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You would know.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, you know, it's a 2026, 45 years, man. Having Frank on site, that was kind of cool, you know. I mean, that
really nice.
Brought some emotions back, you know, from a lot of different years and different shows, different folks. And, you know, Dan, you alluded to this earlier in our conversation. You know, so many people show up to this show for so many different reasons. I never thought of it that way. You know, it just didn't. And that really struck a chord. It really means that it does come out that way. I mean, Ray Rodriguez, you know, man, love that guy. You know, just one of those guys that brings with him who he is, what he is, who he's been all through the years, and then of course show up and say, hey, by the way, I'm auctioning off a truck if anybody's interested.
I know.
And everybody should be interested. I mean, $500, you can win a 2002 379 that was on our cover at one point. It's been a while.
I thought, no, it's an older truck. It's older, and that's an 89.
Oh, 89. Okay. I believe that.
Yeah. Maybe it was 02, it was on the cover, but 89 is the year of the truck. I think it's 89. Anyway, that's just like a crazy deal, right? And when he told me that, I'm like, you're doing what? He says,
and I think we'll definitely be talking about that, possibly in the magazine, and I'm sure on future shows. In fact, we'll definitely be walking people through how they can be a part of that, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, I shot a lot of video this time that I haven't published yet, and one of them is of that truck with all the information on how to buy and purchase and get in on that deal. It's 250 tickets. Once the 250 is sold, then that's when he chooses the winner. And I don't know if there's any concessions in that, like what if I don't get there, I don't know, but we'll find out. So we'll figure it all out.
And I think that he added an extra 50 tickets, and he's offering after they draw for the truck, they're going to draw another drawing for $5,000 cash or something, and then another drawing and then another drawing for a little bit less cash, and then he's also going to make a donation, I forget how much he said, to Shriners, for TFK for Shriners. So all of it is good.
Yeah,
all good. That's awesome. You know, it's that's a model that's very popular now. I don't know, you guys have seen them, right? You know, you can win this RV truck and $25,000 or whatever, and it's like, why? What are we doing here? You know, I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. Randy's in the show. Hey, Randy, good to have you, man. The winner of the build-off dinner of Matt's 2026, Paul K. Young, still reeling, man. You guys are awesome. I'll tell you what, loved what you guys did with that whole presentation, production, build, the whole thing, man. It just really came together. What a great truck. What a great deal, and fantastic company leader and group of folks. So congrats, you guys. Peterbilt recognizing them on Facebook, reaching out and saying, hey, I mean, God, why wouldn't they, right? I mean, here's a Kenworth truck, true blue Kenworth company, and they build a Peterbilt for Matt. So way to go, guys. You really, you nailed it. You nailed it. So
definitely.
let's talk TFK, man. I got a bunch of pictures queued up, and I've got all kinds of different stuff. I mean, we've got a bunch of things to cover. We probably got a whole show just of what we got going on. But
well, I would say before we jump into TFK,
what's that?
Before we jump into TFK, we should acknowledge that while we were away at TFK, we had a new magazine come out literally the day the show opened. So, we kind of missed all that. So, yes. I mean, kudos and congratulations to David Pete and for having his 379 on the cover with the big bunk. And it's been very popular so far. And we shot that in Kentucky. And I believe we are planning on having him and another gentleman that built the truck on the show, hopefully next week, maybe the week after at the latest.
I'm gonna be the guy right now. I'm gonna share this shot right here. And that
the guy
that
be the guy, huh?
What do you think, huh?
Yeah, that's one of the shots. You even got a car in the back on that one.
Well, I know. Well, that's because I shot this with my camera. Now, that being said, if you don't like that, I got the one without the.
Was that the fine gentleman that gave us a hard time?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that another time.
Here, you like that one better? I took the car out.
I like that one better. Yeah.
No, that guy's not even a part of our world, man. He was only in there for like a moment, just enough to give us crap, call the cops, have the cops show up and get there and go, never mind.
You guys are good.
Yeah, you guys are fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, that was unreal. But yeah,
awesome truck. Very, very cool guy. The guy who built it for David is an amazing guy by the name of Michael Trahan. Let me say that right. Michael Trahan from Louisiana. They're both from Louisiana, and look forward to having them on soon and talking about it. But definitely wanted to acknowledge that came out, and it's a cool deal.
Yeah, beautiful truck. I'll tell you what. When you showed up, and he pulled in, and the truck showed up, and we all kind of got together and gathered. And I had no idea, because I hadn't seen that truck at the show. Missed it. I mean, oh well, I'm like, I get snowblind when I'm at this show. It just works.
Well, it was parked inside. It was parked inside.
Well, that's why. I'm inside for like, 20 to 30 minutes in the morning, and then boom, it's beeline outdoors. But and this year out there, holy crap! I mean, talk about like weather from I don't know where. It was tropic thunder, man. It was unbelievable weather out there. Unbelievable.
Good, bad, indifferent. It was everything.
Well, but yeah, it didn't snow, didn't really rain. I mean, but and it just Thursday night being out there was like being on a vacation in Cabo San Lucas. It was warm, a little bit muggy, but just I mean, it was the most.
I didn't have a Mai Tai. Did you have a Mai Tai? No, it wasn't.
No, you missed that. No. I didn't either. I didn't have a
car.
I
had a margarita.
I had margarita. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, it was the biggest crowds I've ever seen on a Thursday night at that show, and I obviously I think I attribute it to the weather. I mean, everybody just showed up. They're like, "Hey, what are we doing tonight?" Well, let's go to Matt's. Yeah, okay, and they did. They showed up. So phenomenal turnout. And
that photo shoot was really good. The weather just turned out perfect, and the location was really good.
Thanks to her.
We stumbled on it.
I stumbled upon it, but
literally, like you've been out drinking and you stumbled, or what happened?
I would have stumbled right by it,
and I'm like, turn here.
So yeah, you ever seen those real estate ads? Are like, honey, stop the car. This is it. Now there it is. That's the one.
I mean, it was kind of like that.
Kind of like that. Yeah. Kind of like. No, you know what? That location was great. And the only shot I think that I've seen with the one in that that drive through the trees, that was the cover, right?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Yeah, the only one. So, but a lot of good shots happened there, and that's when we got to interact with the natives a little bit, and they told us that they loved us a long time, and
they loved us at least once.
Yeah. They don't know who we were, and we don't know who they are, but hey, you know what? Love you. And yeah.
Anywho,
a lot of good things at the show. Check out the show report, of course, in the magazine if you have that, or get it online and check it out and see all the good photos online at 104magazine.com.
Tons of pictures online. I think, there's a lot of pictures online. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, you did 2 tabs of them, so there's a bunch. I still think Matt's is progressing and moving forward. I think that we'll see what happens in 2027. That's an odd year, so I don't know. We'll see what the deal is. But overall, how did things turn out in the booth? I don't even know. We haven't really had a debrief of how things turned out in the booth this year. A new location and everything. How was it?
It was good. I mean, our new location was great. Much better than in the corner like it was. Had great people around us. And yeah, we'll be there again, I'm sure, next year, and God willing. And, I think it was a good move, and everything was good inside. We were so busy, I didn't get really time to walk around the show as much as I would have normally liked to. But Matt, that was so long ago, man. You're like really probing my brain here.
I know, we're like,
dude.
TFK.
Yeah, we got
on, man. It's in there, guys.
Like a month ago.
You got to remember that. And by the way, I just want to say one thing. God is a subscriber to 104 Magazine. Okay, so
yeah.
Oh yeah. So, Shannon, you should know that. I mean, you're in charge of subscriptions.
Okay.
Yes, God loves 104 Magazine. So don't forget that. Victor in the house. Victor Velasquez, the recipient of the truck makeover at Truckin For Kids. Way to go, man. Matt Risa and his team over there took care of Victor and his 10-wheeler dump truck and turned that thing from a worked hard dump truck into a shiny, what I love about worked hard shiny dump truck. Yeah, no, it looks good, man. It came out really good. So congratulations, my friend. I've got pics that I want to bring up. I'm going to switch modes over here, and somewhere in this, there we go. Somewhere in this group of pics. You want the family pics first? I'll show the family pics. There's part of Team Linns hanging out.
That is all of Team Linns except for Dan and I. That was Wednesday night. We were leaving Thursday morning. That was Wednesday night, them putting all the packets together.
Yeah.
I'm like, here you go. This is what you need to do. They're like, we got it. I'm like, okay, good.
Hey, they are experienced and trained at this point now, right?
They are. They
pretty much.
They are.
Notice Paige's hoodie, Irwindale Speedway.
Oh, darn. Look at that. Yeah.
Classic.
That's classic, man. That's OG. That's good. Let's get into some of the trucks. And honestly, I was surprised at the full pull, who our longest pull was, because I thought might have been these guys, but I guess because we based it, they came out of Florida and not originally Wisconsin, they didn't get the full credit for the Wisconsin to Florida. They got from Florida to California, right?
Where you're from, not your full trip. They're from Wisconsin. Our longest tow was from Pennsylvania, so yes. But hey, that is the 2025 build-off winner, Luke Rethwich, in his 359. That tanker's got a load in it, and it dropped that load off, I believe, just north of Seattle on the day after the show. So
yeah,
and the cab over that was parked right next to it here later. It wasn't there at the time, or maybe it's there and I cut it off. He also had a load in his tanker. So that was the build off entry from this year. So both those build-off trucks, this year's entry and last year's winner, were there with trailers loaded with oil, making deliveries. So I just thought, for all the people who said those things would never work, we can attest they were working.
Yeah. You know, I love it, because I'll tell you what, there was more shows than not that I went to that I showed and pulled in with loaded trailers. And I mean, that's just how you roll, man. Sometimes, you know, you do.
So we got a guy asking here, Colt Roberts, what was the total show count? So obviously our count was down a little bit this year just because of, you know, external factors. Everybody knows. And so we were down about 75 trucks. So we were at about 175. But honestly, the show did not feel like it was down. We had kind of rearranged the vendor area and where the trucks were parked. And I feel like it ended up just an amazing. I mean, the show looked good. It didn't look thin. And 175 is no number to, you know, sneeze at. That's more than a lot of other shows. So to think that that's a down year, that might be some other show's best year. So, you know, I still feel pretty good about it. And crunching the numbers, which we've been doing for the last week, we're pretty close to our donation being very similar to the same, maybe even a skosh more than we did last year. So,
and that's amazing. I mean, for being down that many trucks, but yet still raised.
And that's really, that's a testimony to our vendors. We had some amazing vendors and some amazing new sponsors. We had a great raffle. We raised $5,000 in our raffle. That's a pretty good amount. Almost the most we've ever raised, to be honest. So yeah, there was a lot of things there were a few things that were down, and there were lots of things that were up. So, you know, in the big scheme of things, it's all about raising money for the charity.
Yep. And
if we ended up walking out of there with a very similar, you know, donation as we had the year before, and the year before was a good year. So we're pretty happy about that.
I think there's a couple of things that need to be also said on this, and that, number one, quantity over quality, you know, high quality. And I got to say, mad props and respect to everybody that made it out. You know, nothing against anybody that didn't. And I'll tell you why in a second, but mad respect to everybody that made it out, because listen, you got choices to make right now. And the choice you made was to come out and support Truckin For Kids and the Shriners Children's Hospital of Southern California, and be in a community and continue to support a community that's been built over 45 years. And this goes back to what you said earlier, Dan. People come out for so many different reasons, and bottom line at TFK, it's all the right reasons. So whatever yours is, I respect you for making that choice and coming out and being a part of it. A lot of the guys that didn't show up, and I know because I've talked to them and I've talked to others that have talked to them, they're working. They're making hay, man. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to ding anybody or anything about the fact that you got to go out and make hay while you can, because it's not daylight and it's not dry and it's not perfect conditions to make money when you got to make money. So, guys, way to go all the way around, wherever you were, whatever you were doing for this year. You did the right things, and we'll see you next year if you didn't make it. And everybody that did, we'll see you again next year. And way to go, Rod Pickett and everybody at their team for showing up and showing out. Man, did Dandy Dairy, you know, bring it, right? I mean, along with some other fleets. I'm not knocking anybody out. I'm just saying, you know.
You want a little rundown of some of the You want a little rundown of the winners? I got them right here.
I think so. And by the way, just because the guy's sitting there in the car, I don't want him to turn into a melted mess. And let's bring Tim in, and there you go.
Oh, I was thinking he left.
No, he's
I was like, why isn't Tim in here?
and I got Oscar waiting too. So go ahead, Dan. Bring it on down. I'm gonna bring you guys down. We're gonna do a swap out. There you go.
So yeah, some of the you know, obviously we only have competitors and People's Choice winners, and then a few winners that are drags and a few things that require not judging. But I mean, you know, our Competitor's Choice Best Antique, you know, Ed Davis and the King, his A model, which won a bunch of stuff last year. It won a few things this year, but not as many as last year. Competitor's Choice Best Bobtail was a gentleman named Miguel Roman, 2017 Peterbilt 389. Competitor's Choice Best Combo, of course, the Dandy truck that Pickett built. They did win a lot this year.
Oh yeah.
Competitor's Choice Best Lights Bobtail, Colton Pounds for Central Valley. Best Lights Combo, Competitor's Choice, again, the Dandy truck. On to our People's Choice. The Best Antique, John Vandenberg, which is that baby blue cab over owned by Dandy Dairy. People's Choice Best Bobtail, Jason Kunha, which was like a copper and cream 93 Peterbilt 362 cab over that was at the end of the row parked next to Chris Gary.
Are we talking? Wait a minute.
Yeah, there's a picture. There's a picture I sent you.
There you go.
Yep. There it is, right? So that's People's Choice Best Bobtail. And then People's Choice Best Combo was, of course, the Dandy truck, once again.
Yeah.
A couple other standout winners. Longest tow, we talked about Matt Kanagi.
Yep.
Coming out of Pennsylvania. And I think I have a picture of that truck in there, too.
That's pretty far.
What was this truck?
It's white with baby blue stripes. He's from Pennsylvania.
Got it.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, granted, folks, these are all unedited, raw pictures. We just threw them up. Don't be judgy. Our largest fleet was Los Morales Trucking. They were a bunch of white with black fender Peterbilts with end dump trailers.
Yep.
Charity's Choice, which is picked by Shriners. That is Ed Davis, the king, once again.
Yep.
The turquoise A model.
Yep.
Best engine. I'm almost done here. Best engine was, of course, the Dandy truck. And that was chosen by Chris Rocha of Rocha Enterprises. He sponsors that trophy. Pickett builds that trophy for him, and then he chooses the winner. So, and then our final award in this genre was the Diana Pangburn Memorial Award, which Frank Pangburn picked himself. And Carl at Rockwood made a beautiful trophy for him just for that trophy. That was Colton Pounds of Central Valley as well. So good deal there.
Yep.
Yep. Don't have one for now, but listen, guys, when the show report comes out, there'll be plenty of these. All those photos will be up and then some, and we'll share them up on our socials as well. So whatever we didn't get to share with you guys today that was named, we'll have that for you. So and bottom line, if you were there, you saw them all. If you weren't, you need to.
And also, you know, if you remember, if you were there, you know that UPS shorted us a box of trophies. So we got 4 out of 5 boxes. And the missing 6 trophies did finally kind of show up
everywhere.
Yeah, they kind of showed up everywhere. So apparently the box opened up and a trophy fell out of each end. And then they retaped it, sent it back to Dickerson Custom Trucks in Indiana, who sent them and who made them. So they had 4. And then she got a random email from UPS with a picture of one of the trophies and like, do you own this? Is this yours? And we're like, yeah. And so apparently they found the other one. So they all went back to Dickerson. And so they are all now being currently sent to their rightful owner winners.
What a mess.
So that would include Mike Martin, who got the best burnout trophy, and the couple. I think we had all the drag winners. Yeah, so that drama finally kind of played out.
You know, I'll tell you what, man, UPS, and I can attest to this because I've had my own dealings with these guys. I don't know what's going on over there, but it ain't good.
I didn't think they were that bad.
Times they are. They are. Times they are a changing, my friend.
Yeah, no, this has been a few years, you know, going back a few years, and I've had the experience of paying for the upgraded shipping, you know, and they're like, oh well. What do you mean, oh well? Yeah. So are you guys based in Vegas? You roll the dice, see what happens, pay the extra money. If it works out, great. If not, oh well. Yeah, pretty much. So I guess. Tim, what's going on in there, buddy?
Well, not much. I'd like to tell you I'm driving real fast across the country, but I had an accident, so I was doing about 11 miles an hour. So.
I was wondering how much of a commute do you have between wherever you're going from work to home? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's 26 miles, and normally it takes me about an hour and change this time of night. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah, that's a bit of a commute. All right, man. So you had a good time. You guys stayed on site, and TFK 2026 was it good? No. Vapor lock.
Oh, that vapor lock?
Yep, there you're back. You're back.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yep,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to go over a hill. I had to change cell towers, I guess. But no, it was actually a great time. You know, getting to see everybody, all the Shriners and all the vendors who I get to see twice a year. So, you know, and make sure that they're coming back. So, no, it was a great show. Staying on site was always, you know, it's Truckin For Kids. It's always fun. So.
Good deal. Well, I don't know any standout moments for you this year, and thanks for doing the Saturday Night Lights pilot Siebes and captaining the Studio 10-4 live drone. That was good, man. We've got some good shots out there.
No, the drone's always fun. I like doing that. It's really fun to do, and I hope we get the chance to do more daytime shots next time.
Yep. Well, you know what? It's a race out there, not only on Sunday with the trucks on the track, but trying to get everybody in and everything done in a day. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but we sure give it a hell of a shot, man. So, all right, brother. Well, we got Oscar Velasquez in the wings here. Dan, did you have anything else you wanted to bring out before we bring Oscar in?
I just wanted to thank all of our vendors, especially Interstate Truck Sales in Bakersfield being our new presenting sponsor. They seem to want to be sticking with us for many years to come and have a great partnership. They'll probably be involved in the rodeo as well. And, you know, Adriana's Insurance, they were new and a large supporter. And in addition to just all the other amazing vendors that come out. And I want to say, I truly feel like we had the best buckets this year. They were amazing. From the red and black color to the sticker that A&L had made for them to all the stuff that was in them. And I wanted to make special note, and we do have a few buckets left over, which we will be selling for $50. And let me tell you, that's a deal because these buckets are worth about, I don't know, $175 to $200 of stuff in there. So $50, all that money's still going to go into the TFK account and will still go toward Shriner stuff. But I wanted to bring one special thing that we got that was really cool. So 10 Lug Mafia made these bottle openers that every bucket has one in it. And on this side, it's got the Truckin For Kids logo. Wait.
There you go.
With for the year.
Wait a minute.
With 2026 on it. That's pretty cool. So all the buckets, they have one of these in it. And that's just not something you're ever going to see again. So that is an amazing keepsake. And I want to thank 10 Lug Mafia for doing that, in addition to everybody who contributed to the buckets because they were amazing. So we also have a few TFK shirts left over. We'll be selling those at some of the upcoming shows, including the Red Bluff show that we'll be at later this month. And also, I think we're going to post them up on Facebook and just go ahead and sell on Facebook some shirts. So look for that coming soon and know that all that money still filters into TFK and still toward Shriners and supporting all of the things that we do there. So
perfect.
With winners in mind, moving on to the racers. Segue. First of all, Erica Tarasco won the pickup class. And who was the runner-up?
Tim, wait a minute.
You're pointing wrong, John, the other way. You got to go the other way. This guy. All right.
Well, on my screen, he's over there. Okay, so
Tim actually got to go home with the trophy.
Hey, Tim got beat by a chick.
I did. You know, and I gotta maybe put a chip in that thing or something. But no, I'm joking. But no, it was a good race. It was a lot of fun racing with her, and she's got a nice truck.
Hey,
Erica, we're both race stock.
Dude, whatever you got in that truck, man, you need to have it looked at seriously. That was a V6 that whooped your ass.
Yeah, Yeah, V6 with half the weight.
Because what? You were in it? Oh! Whoa!
God. Zing zow, jeez.
Zing!
That was mean.
Oh, damn. I'm telling you, it's 5 o'clock or 5:30 here, so you know.
I don't want to rub any salt in the wound, but there was also a grudge match in the Shriner cars.
Oh, shoot.
Wow. Go. Well, you got that one too, man. Those little things I tell you, I'm gonna blame that. I'm gonna blame that one on my big fat butt. So
it was not a good day for Steve's on the track.
I'm gonna blame that one on. They gave me the skinny that I had the rebuilt car and you didn't. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Dan, did you have nitrous?
My car was scary fast. I never put the pedal down because I would have spun out.
Dan sucked the nitrous out of the balloons and blew it into the engine on the way down the track.
Yeah, right. That was that squealing noise coming out of the exhaust.
Trucks.
Yeah. Oh, was that a secret? I wasn't supposed
drag trucks.
Our
runner-up was our friend Oscar Velasquez of V Brothers Racing. I think he's in the house.
Yeah, he is.
And he did get beat by Miguel Hernandez of Hernandez Diesel Garage. But with that said, let's talk about Oscar's troubles.
All right.
Let's bring him in and talk about what happened to Oscar.
Oscar, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Here's the good news, bro. You still got 2 feet.
Yes, I still got my 10 toes and my 2 feet. You know, I was a scary moment.
Tell us about it. Walk us through what happened.
So I usually have a hard time at that track because the prep work it's a good prep work, but not the greatest. But for my surprise, I don't know if you guys ever met Tim, the guy that used to prep the track at Irwindale. So each time I would go to the Irwindale, he would prep the track for us to run, and he knew how to prep the track right. So to my surprise, he was prepping it. I took off on a good 60-foot, 330, 8th mile. I got all 4 gears in, 10th in by the 8th mile. I hit the second kit, and as soon as I got to about 800 foot, all I heard was a grenade going on and a piston saying peekaboo on the back of, in the firewall, But it was just a whole bunch of smoke inside of there. And I'm going through the quarter mile, and all of a sudden I start feeling the back of my truck move. And at that point, it's Jesus take the wheel moment, So, but
that's a good strategy, by the way.
I still hold on to the steering wheel. I tried to control it, but it was too late. It was a costly mistake, I guess, on our part when it comes to it, because we have a belly pan on the truck itself in case this happens. If it grenades, all the oil's caught by belly pan. But we have our water air pump that basically runs our water through the intercooler. There ices down the intercooler. That was actually on the side of the cab. And when the number 6 piston decided to blow up, I guess one of the pieces hit it, and it actually broke the pump, and that's where the water came out, and the belly pan couldn't catch it because it's outside of the belly pan. So that kind of got the water underneath the tires. Hit the wall at about probably 90, 100 miles an hour, and just bounced off of it, and I stopped. I was lucky enough to just take all my safety equipment and just get out of the truck, and walk out of there with my 10 toes and my 2 feet.
I have this for us to
why the 10 toes matters, because why is that?
I'm gonna help that happen. First we're gonna look at the run down the track, okay? And here we go.
looking good.
So about there is when the explosion happened. And then it was just straight to the wall.
Oof.
Oh, I didn't see that before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
And what basically happened is that number 6 cylinder, which is against your firewall, literally grenaded, exploded, and blew a dinner hole, a hole as big as a dinner plate through your floor right next to your accelerator foot.
Yeah, so it's basically in the back of the firewall. We have an opening on there that we usually use to check sometimes the rear of the engine in case it's leaking water, or if one of the hoses in the back is leaking. So when the explosion happened, that door behind it exploded in the firewall itself. It took the impact of everything, so it basically saved my 10 toes and my 2 feet, you know. But it was I don't know, it was like a big explosion. That's all I can say.
There we go.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Oh, man.
Yeah, so you can see the piston in there. The piston's actually still good, so yeah, but everything else you can see right there it's gone. You know, and it's funny because I didn't feel anything that day or anything. 2 days later, I go down and I start seeing my foot, my right foot, and I go like, man, why is it hurting? And all of a sudden, I pick up and I got a bruise right there, you know, from I guess whatever hit it hit my leg. But sure enough, you know, I gotta thank my brother Henry. Number one thing he's always concerned is about safety. So my racing suit is a 5-layer racing suit. It costs about close to $1,500, but it did its work. You know, it saved me from getting some stuff, you know, cut and all of that other stuff. But it was, you know, I still got to thank the man upstairs. He was watching out for me.
That's what we call priceless, my friend.
Yes. But at the same time, it has been the most expensive run we've had. So that, I mean, it was a fresh, brand new engine. Everything was brand new, machined, pistons, liners, bearings. Everything was done completely, and one run took everything away. So, but that's part of racing. And I'm the type of person that thinks if you're not pushing to the limits, you're not going fast enough. You know, so.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's something that's kind of cool about what's going on. If there's anything good to be taken from this, and I think there's a lot. You guys learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
In the process of just the time that we've been with TFK, that 10-4 has been running it, and you guys have been a part of it, and Mario and all the guys that have come in, you know, from our time down in Irwindale, and now we want to bring everybody up to Famoso. So listen, if you got a race truck, you need to come up to Famoso and take care of business next year at Truckin For Kids. But bottom line, I mean, there's a lot of firsts that have been happening, you know, and experience and learning along the way. I mean, Mario, you know, look what happened with the Beast, man. That damn truck, you know, it exploded there on the start line in Irwindale, and of course made him realize there were some things he needed to look at doing different. Everybody's learning along the way, and it's no joke. You guys, what you're doing out there, it's no joke. It's the real deal. You guys are running and racing, competing at very, very high stakes and tolerances that these trucks were never meant to do, and yet here we are.
Yeah, it is. We're pushing everything to the limit. We're talking about engines that are over the road usage, and we're coming over here and we're putting high performance parts that we make, and you know, pushing these stuff to the limits, because as you guys saw on the picture, from everybody that we've spoken to and everybody we've kind of analyzed what happened, that was parts failure right there. You know, that was the liner giving up so much pressure in the cylinder, it just couldn't take it, and it exploded. It was a grenade. It's basically a grenade. When that second kit of nitrous came in, it just ignited more and made more pressure. And I mean, it's one thing that now we have to figure out. I don't know if you remember our last podcast together, John. We talked about this. Yes. We can't go out to the parts place and say, "Give me this part for this." Yeah. Now we have to figure out what can we do to perform better. What can we, make better parts or figure out? Like right now, my brother, believe it or not, he went out to Darden, which is they do a lot of racing stuff for cars. They do a lot of sleeves and stuff. So he went out there, took one of our sleeves and told him, "Hey, can you make a better sleeve for me now?" So now we're trying to figure out if they can do it. They said yes. They told us the price. Now the only thing about it is about 4 to 8 weeks out, and we got to be in Canada for Alberta Deals Days at the end of June. So we're still going to get it, but we're going to try something out. I'm going to dial down the nitrous a little bit, see if that helps out, so it doesn't kaboom on me again. And I talked to Dan. I talked to Dan the other day, and I told him, I'm going to make a special plate in the back of the engine just in case it does want to explode. It's probably a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, plates on the side of the engine. In case it does, it just saves me from, getting my toes taken off. But,
we need to talk about your armor strategy, because I have some solutions for you that won't cost you the weight that you will incur with that 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch armor plating, and we'll talk offline on that. Jeff, what's going on? Our resident Leo Jeff in the house. Tim watching from home now. Awesome, Tim. Good to have you back and made it out of the traffic jam. If anybody follows motorsports, which a lot of our folks do, everybody's involved one way or another, whether they're spectators, competitors, enthusiasts, whatever. Part of racing is experimenting to see what gets you down that track a little faster, around the oval a little faster, whatever type of racing you're doing. But this is just some uncharted territory, man. And I can't tell you how many different diesel truck or diesel engine competitions I see that end up in explosions, because we're pushing the limits. Everybody's trying to figure it out, and listen, nitrous ain't just for whipped cream. So when it works well in gas and diesel, why not try them in both?
Yeah.
What the heck? I want to give a shout out to our jet engine guy, Tony, and for all that he did this last weekend there. And man, I'll tell you what, those guys put on a show every single time, and they came through and really stood out. So Tony, if you're watching, thanks, buddy. Great job. And incidentally too, we did a great interview with you guys. You were at a driver's meeting, so we didn't get you, but we had a interview with one of your brothers at Alfred at the truck. And then Tony, we started that morning off on Sunday from the pits. And if you guys want to check that stuff out, it's all there. Did a complete walk around of everybody's truck, the jet cars, and got to talk to Tony. Tony, and this is totally just random, some kids came up and started talking to Tony, and I'll tell you what, it really just, I captured the most of the conversation, and it was about how he got to where he's at to be able to do what he does. And these two kids, they weren't ready for that, and it was a life conversation. It was a moment, and I think it's worthy of going back and checking out and hearing what somebody has to say in a way of being a good mentor to a couple of kids that just randomly walked up to him and started asking, how did he get here and what's he doing, and what's it take to do this, and they kind of started off in a little bit of a, this is, you got all the money, you got all this, you got all that. No.
I personally know, we call him Uncle Tony. That's what he likes us calling him, Uncle Tony. And we've been a couple of events. He is the greatest man on earth I can think of. You know, he loves my kids. He loves kids. He loves telling them to do the best they can and do what they want to do and love what they love doing and stuff like that. We had a charity event for my kids' school. He bought almost close to $700 worth of product for their charity and stuff like that. He's the best. I just love him. And trust me, him strapping on that thing and going over 200 and something miles ain't easy.
Yeah.
You know, him and his son too, because his son drives the other jet car. But that takes a lot of cojones.
Yeah, no, it does.
Let me interject a little bit more about how awesome Tony is.
Please, Dan.
Tony, he does not charge us a lot to be there, a lot less than I'm sure it costs him to be there, which we totally appreciate. But this year, in our post talks about sending invoices and how the show went, he donated his time. So all of the money that he was going to charge us to be there, he said, I'm not going to charge you. Just send me an invoice that I donated it for you. And so once again, there's a lot more money there for the charity to take advantage of. And we
appreciate that so much.
Right? I mean, how could you not? I mean, we had a great conversation a couple days after the show and talking about some of the different things that, we're going to do different or want to do or want to see. And I mean, he's just a fighter for this event and for, like you said, for kids and for charity, and could not be a nicer man.
Yeah. I think that anybody that hasn't seen that interview and that walk around that we did in the pits with Tony and how it ended up with those kids at the end, you need to go back and check it out. It's on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, and it is the first live stream from Sunday morning. It just sums up everything we're saying here, man. It was just such a moment. And I'm like, God, did I just walk into this? And I did, to capture it and have it happen. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I just hope those kids grasp what he was trying to, share with them. It was such a moment. You just don't see enough of those, and not everybody can be everywhere to see them all. I'm thinking there's a lot of good people doing a lot of good things, but with our kids, man, we need more guys like Tony. We need to be more like Tony. Everybody be like Tony, okay?
And that's the whole thing. It's a full circle. We've talked on our last interview about this also. We were those kids. We were those kids that were coming up to all the racers, that were going up to the guys with their trucks and telling them, hey, you got a cool truck. And we were those kids. And when we would speak to people, it's like, hey, if you want to do this, you got to do this, and you got to be good at it and stuff like that. And that's what just comes back around. And that's what I love about going to Truckin For Kids. My enjoyment is not racing. My enjoyment is kids coming up to me and going like, you got a cool race truck. You guys have a badass race truck. And I tell them, you want to get in it? Oh, can I? Yeah. And just going, that's my enjoyment. The racing part about it, that's my adrenaline. But the best thing for me that I love is when I go out racing and I see these kids come up to us and tell us, you guys got some cool truck, and it's a race truck. That just brings so much joy to me, and it's worth more than anything else to me, because someday that kid may be that pro stock racer, that nitro racer, all these other F1 and all of this, and it's just from one conversation that brings out so much joy to them.
He could be the kid that beats you.
Yes. You
never know.
And trust me, right now, I don't know if you guys follow Mario on social media.
Oh yeah.
But Mario just ran back to back 1080 passes on the quarter mile at close to 130 miles.
Does that beat your record?
Yes, it does. It beats my record by 0.2 of a second. So now we're chasing after him, and I love it. I love it because that just brings motivation to us. And that's kind of one of the things that, like, when I speak to the kids, I try to motivate them that you guys got to strive for better and better and better and better all the time, whatever you want to do in life,
Hey,
that's how it is.
I'm looking at your brother Henry's comment. He must be right there next to you, probably watching. He says, like, you beat Wayne.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Wayne was your mentor. And
Yes.
you come up with this little kid asking questions, and then you beat him at some point.
Yes.
It's full circle, right?
Hey,
Yes,
hey,
exactly.
Oscar, that's what that kitty cat under the hood will do, baby.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. This little cummies will get there.
Yeah.
No. I want to keep it together.
As great as Tony Franco and Muy Caliente Racing is, I feel the same as V Brothers Racing and all 4 of the brothers there. Great guys. They are an absolute feather in our cap for our show. We're so appreciative that they support us. They help us organize the racing because we have so many things to do. I kind of hand that off to Oscar and Mario in this case this year. And they kind of put the brackets and the ladders and all that stuff together. And so I appreciate all their help and their support. And we had so much fun when you were on the cover, and it was such a joy to hang out with you that day and goof off. And so everything I said about Tony, I say about you too, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We love supporting Truckin For Kids. It's a great organization. It's a great event. It's just brings joy to us to do it, from being that the guys that would go to the shows and see the stuff to being part of it. It's a great honor for us to do that,
Well, we appreciate you, like Dan said. And I got to tell you, going back to our last conversation when we did your cover feature show on Studio 10-4 Live Weekly Update, you know what? There's something about the smell of gear oil, man. And the smell of gas and diesel, right? I mean, we were talking about
burn
that.
In your eyes.
It's just when you're, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it's like, I like this stuff. How do I get more of it? And here you go. Start racing trucks and cars and whatever, motorcycles, go-karts, scooters, whatever, man. If it's got wheels and gas and diesel and something in it that burns and sparks and rolls, oh man, bring it on. Bring it all on.
As long as you do it in a safe way, everything's great,
Well, about that.
Taking the safety precautions and all of this other stuff, that helps out a lot. After everything, I got out of the truck, I got on my knees and I thank God and I said thank you because I'm gonna be able to go and hug my wife and my kids. And both of my kids came up to me, they were crying, Dad, what happened? It's like, hey, I'm okay. All the safety precautions we take, all the safety equipment we have, the road cage and all of the stuff we have, that's what it's for me to get out of the truck, walk in and come back to you guys. So as long as whatever you guys do, just do it in a safe way. Because I learned my lesson a long time ago when I used to street race and I almost killed myself. After that, I said no more and I just started freaking racing in the track. That's the safe way to do it. And it's the same adrenaline.
Well, like I said, brother, we'll talk offline about some things I have that could happen for you, and make it so that nothing ever blows back into that engine. I mean, into that cab compartment again, and it's lightweight and strong. So we'll talk. But appreciate you making the time today.
Before we let Oscar go, I want to just quickly say, we have some things in the works. They're very early in the works, but for next year, and if things work out the way that we would like them to work out, we are going to have some pretty freaking awesome racing at TFK next year. So fingers crossed we can work all that out together. And, kudos to Oscar and Mario and all the things they do. So we're going to be talking about that, and that will be awesome if we can make that happen.
Yeah, if Mario's in it, he puts dedication into it, it's gonna happen, and we got to thank Mario also too. He had a knee replacement came all the way from Canada down to Trucking for Kids just to be with us and join us and be a part of Trucking for Kids. He loves Trucking for Kids. And next year, just wait. I don't know if you want to announce some stuff, but there's going to be a lot of smoke. There's going to be a lot of good entertainment. So just wait for 2027.
The race program is going to be on steroids if everything comes together the way we want it for Sunday at Truckin For Kids.
Maybe Saturday too.
And maybe Saturday. So I know a lot of the guys like joining on Sunday because it's the last day of the show and that's the racing, but just stay tuned for Saturday. We'll have something in our sleeves. So
right on. All right, Oscar. Listen, buddy, we're going to let you out, and we're going to close her down. We're about a minute over the top of the hour, but appreciate you being here, and you guys, your whole family, your brothers, everybody. Can't wait to see you all again somewhere soon. Okay.
Yes. We'll be in Alberta, June 27 and 28 for Alberta Diesel Days with Mario up there. If any of you guys can make it up there and you guys can cross the border and go up there, I highly recommend it. If you like the adrenaline of diesel racing, that's the show to go to.
Well, Dan and Shan can't cross the border. They're not allowed to, but I have a passport.
The government won't let us. They just won't.
We're working on it, brother. That's another thing in the works, okay?
Okay, guys.
All right. See you, buddy.
All right. Later, guys. Bye.
All right. Our April 2026 cover, man. Oscar Velasquez and the B brothers and their whole team and family. And I loved having them on the cover show. It was such a fun show and just get all the guys in there in the studio and talk about growing up, what it was that turned us all on about engines and cars and trucks and diesel and everything. It's still fun. And I love the enthusiasm that they bring. They bring a lot of it.
I think there's just one more thing to say, John.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Oh, no
on
fair,
the rodeo. Man.
No fair. Where?
Sorry, we should have had a longer talk, I guess.
Yeah, apparently. All right. I want that with my shirt too.
I wear both hats.
Jeez, you guys.
November 6th, 7th, and 8th, Kern County Raceway, Bakersfield, on the other side of town. We're already starting to think about a little bit and talk about and make plans for the rodeo. So we hope to see everybody there.
So when does registration open for rodeo?
I don't know.
Let's get it out there. I want to be the first to say
August.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
That's what we
I have to say, you know what? Everybody, make your plans for whatever you're going to do between now and then to be there at Bakersfield at Kevin Harvick, Kern County Raceway, Bakersfield, California.
I mean, unless you don't like having a good time. Because it's a good time.
Hey, are we doing karaoke again?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh yes.
What the heck? Why not? Yeah.
We actually
I'm working on my karaoke for this time. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone was disappointed that we weren't doing it at Trucking for Kids, and I said, "Well, we're trying to keep things a little different at each
little
show.
Separate." Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Michael
Trahan.
Made a live show. Hey, Mike.
What's up, buddy? Good to have you on, man. Good to have you on. No, and Dan, I looked up the sound system deal that I was telling you about. They don't have that one anymore, but I'll find you another one. So, unless somebody wants to donate
they said we could get it anytime we wanted.
Oh, so it's all good now. Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right,
everybody. Truckin For Kids is over. It's in the books, and thank you everybody for showing up. It is 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Showtime, baby. So let's bring it. Coming up, November. And the dates again, please, one more time.
November 6th, 7th, and 8th.
All right. It's going to be a party. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And apparently there's going to be some kind of things done to alleviate the dust control and so on and so forth. That's all taken care of this year. We're going to tell everybody that anyways. We'll see what happens. Yep. Right? Yeah, something like that. Gene in the house, our HR.
Hey,
Hi, Gene. I hope we behave.
Miss you.
Did we behave? I don't know. I hope so.
We did.
I got one thing left to say. Go Giants, beat the Dodgers. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
no,
yeah, baby.
That's not a thing.
Oh, hey,
Fake
hey,
news.
hey, hey.
Fake news.
Hey, we're up 2 games and there's 2 more to go. Giants, Giants, Giants. All right, y'all. Be cool.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
All right, everybody. JT closing it out. Another good edition of Studio 10-4 Live and the weekly update. Thanks to Dan and Shan, Oscar, and everybody that tuned in to watch. Those hats, that was a dirty, dirty trick, you two. I want my trucker rodeo hat. I didn't get one last year. I want one this year. Y'all take care. Keep the shiny side up. And we will be back soon with something cool and fun. And tune in to everything else that's going on, all our socials and everything. Got a lot of really awesome video that we're going to be posting up. Already started it today. Got a couple of them coming up. Check out the magazine, the Who's Who this month. Jacob Gundy, as everybody's now learning to call him. Jacob Gunderson is the Who's Who in 10-4 magazine. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see ya.